There are many things that are open to debate in America, but the right of all eligible citizens to vote is not one of them. That means ensuring that all eligible voters can cast a vote, that all lawful votes are counted, and that every voter has access to accurate information. The Department of Justice will never stop working to protect the democracy to which all Americans are entitled.
The Department of Justice is stepping up the fight against voter suppression. The evenly split Senate could protect voting rights by passing the For the People Act, but Democratic Senator Joe Manchin has already said he's a strong, firm no. So my next guest is taking the fight right to the West Virginia senator's backyard. Joining me now to discuss Bishop William Barber, co-chairman of the Poor People's Campaign and author of We Are Called to Be a Movement. Thank you so much, Reverend, for joining me this morning. I'm going to start right off. I'm disturbed and shocked by Joe Manchin's behavior, like most other Americans are. What do you hope to accomplish with your Moral Monday march going to West Virginia on Monday? What changes do you think it might elicit either in Manchin himself or his constituents on the ground?
Well, thank you so much for that question and for having me. Listen, none of the things we have came without street heat and inside legislation. We have to understand that the Voting Rights Act, none of the laws that we've ever won. So why would we think it would take anything less? Manchin comes from a state where one of the senators before him was a deep filibuster. The Russell Building is named after a filibuster. So you got to put pressure. The people in West Virginia, though, invited us. They said they are sick and tired of him saying he's doing this because of West Virginia. So we're going to have minors there. We're going to have veterans there. We're going to have white folk from the hollers, black people from the hood. One poll says 70% of West Virginians want a restored Voting Rights Act and want the For the People Act. 81% of Democrats, 79% of independents, and 76% of Republicans. So the first thing is to correct the record in his home state and let the nation know why all of us have to speak out. Secondly, we're going to make sure it's clear that this is not just about race. It's about race and class. Because when you suppress the vote, you also allow people to get elected through a suppressed voting patterns that then when they get elected, they block living wages, they block infrastructure, they block public education, they block health care, all things that West Virginians need. Because there's 700,000 poor and low-wealth people in West Virginia, 350,000 of them who make less than a living wage. We have to connect these things when we deal with them. That's part of what we're doing. We go there on Monday.
So, Reverend, when I read Joe Manchin's op-ed, I remember being sort of shocked. I don't think Sesame Street could come up with a better word salad than what he put out to sort of justify not voting for legislation that would make it easier for everybody across the country to actually participate in the franchise of voting. What was your reaction when you first read his op-ed? Were you thinking like, all right, look, we got to rustle up the posse and head straight there? Did you immediately get a phone call? Were you planning on going there anyway? What was your reaction to hearing the actual words from Joe Manchin as to why he wanted to hold up American democracy?
Well, you know, Manchin tries to be smooth with his words. I often say he's a quarterback. He thinks he can, smooth and talk. We met with him in February with about 12 West Virginians, and we had white people in the room and black people in the room, some people from the holler that he grew up in. And they called him out right then. They said, your mama and your daddy wouldn't even be standing for this kind of foolishness. But the thing I heard was lie. His positions are constitutionally inconsistent, morally indefensible, economically insane, politically irresponsible, historically inaccurate. There has never been a time when the filibuster has been used to really move the nation forward. If every bill that had to be a partisan bill, we'd have never passed the 14th Amendment, the 15th Amendment, and many, many other laws that have helped this America be more of the America we promised. So all of that was just wordsmith. And then the last question was, who's got a thumb on his neck? Is it dark money? Is it the Koch brothers? Who's really behind this? Because it makes no sense. He is actually helping to embolden and entrench the lie. He's encouraging the extremists, those who in these state legislatures. It makes no sense. And lastly, he says he wants the Voting Rights Act, maybe, but not sure, but not the For the People Act. But here's the bottom line.
Right.
We need both. We need both. I come from a state, Jason, where we fought Without the Voting Rights Act, it took us 4 years to defeat a bad voting law. 4 years of fighting and 1,200 people getting arrested and about 16 lawyers. So we need a restored Voting Rights Act, and we need the vision of the For the People Act.
I love a Saturday sermon, and we just got one. Thank you very much, Bishop William Barber. We will definitely be keeping up with this and your march. Thank you so very much.